Hey, this is Mike from the Run Testers, and in this video we are going to be talking about how the New Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V13 compares to the Saucony Triumph 21. Now, this video has been brought to you in partnership with our friends at Precision Fuel and Hydration. Obviously, if you are training for a race, you want to have the ideal shoes that can soak up that training time, and these two shoes definitely fit the bill for that. But you also want to think about your fueling needs as well too. Now, in my last video I talked about building a kind of fueling strategy for the Manchester half. It's now a couple of days away from the race. I have the plan emailed to me, and in that plan it's telling me things like what gels to take on, how much I need to take on, but also about how much water I should have pre-race, also when I should be eating pre-race as well too. So it's not just about building into what you should be taking during that race, but also in terms of what you should be doing around that time as well too. So if you want to build a plan, or you're stuck about what to do in terms of what you should be doing for that race day, go check the Precision Fuel and Hydration website, and it can build that plan for you for some pretty straightforward questions. If you see anything on the website that you fancy buying or picking up as well, we do have a little discount to give you a little bit money off as well. We'll put that up on screen, and we'll put that in the caption as well. And hopefully that will get you kind of started to kickstart your strategy, and also hopefully get you what you want out of your race next time you are on the start line. Okay, so before we get into our running experiences with these two shoes, let's talk a little bit about the key differences. Now, these are both cushioned running shoes, so these are shoes designed to spend a lot of running time in. Now, in terms of weight, the New Balance is the lighter of the two shoes, and we'll kind of put up the weights above for a UK size 8. In terms of pricing, they're pretty similar on that front across UK and US, so you are definitely paying a bit of a premium on these shoes, particularly what we're seeing with cushioned shoes that we've seen launched this year. Anyway, in terms of the drop, you are getting a 6mm drop on the New Balance shoe, a 10mm drop on the Saucony Triumph 21. In terms of upper materials, you are getting a mesh one on the New Balance shoe. You're getting a kind of flat knit upper on the Saucony Triumph 21, which was a big change from the previous Triumph. In the midsoles, you're getting something ultimately on both of these shoes that are designed to be plush, to offer a good level of comfort and protection. And, you know, comfort is the priority here. So on the New Balance, you're getting a Fresh Foam X midsole foam. On the Saucony Triumph 21, you're getting its Power Run Plus midsole. You're also getting a Power Run Plus sock liner in here as well too, to kind of offer or add to that kind of, you know, kind of plushness that you're getting in this shoe. In terms of the outsole, New Balance says there, or calls their outsole, an endurance outsole. It's very similar to what we've seen on the previous 1080 shoe. And then you're getting a carbon rubber outsole on the Saucony Triumph 21. And again, these are outsoles designed to soak up a lot of time. Also, you know, predominantly for pavement and road, but I think ultimately you could do some lighter trail time in them as well. So those are the key differences, the similarities that you're getting in these shoes as well. Let's get into that fit, run test, and the verdict on whether you should go for the Saucony Triumph 21 or the New Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V13. So in terms of fit, I've had both of these shoes in UK size 8, and for me, I would say they were absolutely fine on the fit side of things. I didn't find them too narrow, I didn't find them too tight in the kind of toe boxes either, and I think you can get a good kind of hold and no slippage in either of these. In terms of how they deliver those fits, I would say maybe the New Balance offers an upper that, you know, ultimately offers something a bit more snug feeling, where I think you're getting something and maybe a bit more breathable on the Saucony Triumph 21. I think also in the Saucony shoe, it does narrow a little bit more in the midfoot compared to what you get on the New Balance shoe, which I think maybe lends itself a little bit more in terms of the versatility you get in the shoe and how better suited it is for a different mix of runs, but we'll get into the run test on that. In terms of padding, you know, around the heel collar and the tongue as well, it's very similar. It's all about snugness, all about taking that pressure off your feet, particularly here on kind of when you've got the lace on top of that tongue on both of these shoes. So for me, I would say going true to size in these shoes would be absolutely fine. I think you get a good amount of space up front of the toes, a good hold, good lockdown in general as well. And as I said, these uppers are built for comfort. You maybe get something a little bit more snug fitting or feeling on the New Balance shoe, whereas I think maybe it's a similar story on the Saucony Triumph 21. It maybe just offers something a bit more breathable and supportive in other places too. Okay, so into that run test, and obviously we've had the Saucony Triumph 21 for a little bit longer than the 1080 V13, but what we'd say is that these two shoes are definitely designed for similar types of runs. Those are the types of runs where you're going longer, but you're going slower and easier in terms of pace, and you want something that prioritizes protection and comfort, and something that feels as good as it does at the beginning of the run as it does at the end of the run. Now, in terms of how they deliver those, there's definitely some similarities, but there's definitely some differences as well too. We'll start with the New Balance Fresh Foam 1080 V13. And in terms of what you're getting here, you're definitely getting an upper. It does kind of feel very snug in terms of how it fits. You're getting a midsole that definitely is on the plush side, and it definitely does kind of, you do feel that softness in it as well. But there is a gentle kind of rocker kind of feeling in that ride as well too. And it's overall the lighter shoe as well. So if you slightly want to pick things up, you know, not massively, you want to go quicker in it, it does have the capability to do that. And as we kind of said, it does feel as good at the beginning of the run as it does at the end of the run as well, in terms of that feeling of running in a shoe. Now, the Saucony Triumph 21, again, you're getting that kind of plush feeling from that kind of Power Run Plus sock liner, but also from the midsole as well too. Maybe you're getting something a touch firmer. It's not overly firm, but it's maybe a touch firmer than what you're getting in the Fresh Foam X midsole here on the New Balance shoe. So maybe you're getting something a little bit more bouncy, I would say. I think also in terms of the way this upper is designed and how it fits, it does offer something that's a little bit more versatile. And if you did want to pick the pace up a little bit in the shoe, even though it is a little bit heavier than the New Balance shoe, it definitely has a scope to do that. So if you wanted something that felt a little bit more suitable to run a mixture of distances and a mixture of paces, then I think the Saucony Triumph 21 can offer that over the 1080 V30. Now, in terms of the outsoles and the durability wise, there's quite a similar amount of rubber in terms of what you're getting on these two outsoles. The formations and the layouts of the outsoles are different, but also I think they're offering similar in terms of level of durability, or should do anyway. You know, shoes that you can run a lot of time in and they will hold up well. You know, pavements and roads, you know, been absolutely fine. They definitely have a scope to handle some lighter trails as well too. If that's something you want to do, use them for park runs, then absolutely they'll be able to handle that as well too. So from an outsole point of view, I think you're probably going to get something very similar in terms of lifespan, and also in terms of the level of grip and, you know, the types of surfaces that you can work on as well. So ultimately, in terms of the kind of running experience, they are two cushion shoes that are very comfortable, offer kind of softness in their midsoles. But ultimately, we would say probably the Triumph 21 offers maybe a little bit more versatility in terms of you're getting in that shoe. Ultimately, even though it is a slightly heavier shoe, but it's not a shoe that feels overly heavy ultimately. Whereas I think with the New Balance 1080 V13, it is, you know, soft, plush, it's light, it does have that kind of gentle rocker feeling as well there too. So if you don't want something that feels too flat and does give you something that feels nice and enjoyable from start to finish, then it does offer that as well too. So two standout shoes, but definitely two shoes that kind of offer the experience in terms of the types of runs they're designed for a little bit differently, with some similarities in there as well too. Okay, so verdict on whether you should go for the Saucony Triumph 21 or the New Balance 1080 V13. So we'll start by saying these are two of the best cushion shoes that we have run with this year. They are expensive shoes, but if you are willing to buy a cushion shoe that really kind of offers a good level of comfort, a comfortable upper, a really good experience across longer runs, and when you're running slower and easier paces, then both of these shoes work well on that front. What we'd say is with the New Balance, you are getting a lighter shoe. With the Triumph 21, you're getting something that we would say is a little bit more versatile, can handle maybe some more up-tempo running, even though this is a slightly heavier shoe as well. In terms of durability, I feel like we're going to get the similar kind of experience in terms of that kind of lifespan, in terms of what you're going to get on the outsoles and the durability overall. So from that point of view, they're pretty solid across the board. But yeah, it really comes down to whether you want one shoe that can ultimately kind of cover a lot of different runs or a lot more runs, then the Saucony Triumph 21 would be that. If you're looking for a shoe that is light, comfortable, offers that really kind of nice feeling across longer kind of runs at those slower, easier paces, the New Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V13 is well worth checking out as well. But if we had to pick just on the kind of versatility front, and, you know, maybe potentially saving you from having to buy another shoe, the Triumph 21 probably just edges it. But the New Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V13 is very much a standout shoe, a standout cushion shoe, and it will be a good shoe choice for a lot of people as well too. Okay, so there you have it. That is our take on how the Saucony Triumph 21 compares to the New Balance Fresh Frame X 1080 V13. Now, if you've got any questions about either of these shoes or this video, do let us know in the comments. As always, like and subscribe, hit that little bell to find out about our latest videos, and yeah, we'll see you for the next Run Testers video.